Welcome to Selner's Minis. In this video, I'll be revisiting my sci-fi fantasy skin tone technique. As always, paint fearlessly. It's just paint and you can fix any mistake. Please like, comment, and or subscribe to my channel to help it grow. Currently on the screen is the paints that I will be utilizing for this demonstration. So what changed? I included a new technique to help the skin tones be more interesting. That technique is undertoning, which I'm leaning heavily on complementary colors to achieve. Complementary colors are colors on the opposite end of the color wheel from the hue you want the skin tone to be. Since I'm going for a yellowish green tone, my color choices would be violets, and reds. I decided to go with a violet red and covered all the skin areas with this. My choice for this was Diabolic Plum from the Army Painter Warpaints Fanatic range. I then moved on to my base layer of a deep green, in which I decided to go with the aptly named Greenskin from Army Painter's Warpaint Fanatics range. This I will cover most of the Diabolic Plum, except in the deep shaded regions, between the fingers, and the deeper parts of the eye sockets. Take your time and double check you hit all the appropriate spots. In the meantime, watch me as I go around and do what I just talked about. After I had covered all the regions that I wanted with the base layer color, I moved on to the first highlight color, which is a 1-to-1 ratio of his green skin to Eternal Hunt. Again, these are all Army Painter Warpaint Fanatic paints, and I'm just going to go around and start covering areas in a slightly smaller zone than the base layer. Basically, from here on out, we're going to be doing layering. This technique, you do not need to use a shade if you don't want to. If you do, I would do your base layer, add your shade, and then go over the base layer again, and then do this layer, but I'm going to just do a layering technique. So no shade will be used during this demonstration. done with those layers, I'm going to move on to the next color, which is just going to be Eternal Hunt by itself, and I'll be applying a smaller region of highlights to all the areas that I had hit earlier. Once we have that done, I'm just going to do a quick by hand turnaround so you can see where we are at currently. With that layer done, we're going to go on to the next one, which is a 1-to-1 ratio of Eternal Hunt in Wild Green. As you can see, our color is becoming more and more yellowish green, hence my initial choice of the Diabolic Plum, which is a magenta / red, violet, or violet red. Once that highlight is applied, we are going to move on to just pure wild green for our next highlight. Again, I know I say this, but it's kind of important to reiterate that we're getting smaller and smaller with our highlights, which in some cases might be difficult. You may have to just do dots, little slashes, little like squiggle lines. You're not going to be covering as much area, but you should see that highlight zones start to build up. If you don't, it's okay. Just go back to the area that you feel that you lost that look and just start from there again. Again, it's just paint. You can fix any mistakes. It's not that big of a deal. And even if you don't feel you can, it's okay. Part of this is just learning how to do the techniques. Just move forward. Just keep doing it. That's all I have to say. It sounds so cheesy, but it's so true. You will only get better the more you do it. All right, getting back to the paint. Alright, and we're going to do another quick spin around by hand so you can see where we're at. And then from here, we're going to move on to our brightest highlight, if I remember correctly, which is a 1-to-1 ratio of wild green and demonic yellow. These should be your brightest highlights. These are just touching, just like the upturned places you want to be the brightest. This is all in your mind's eye. So just do your best. If you have to, shine a light down on it. Anything that can help you realize where these brightest highlights might be. Okay, I'm going to go around and paint all these areas that I see in my mind's eye to make them brighter. We'll be back soon. as we're nearing the end of this video, I'm gonna talk really briefly about other color choices. So I chose to do an orc in this demonstration. You could be doing Tau, which their skin color is blue, or some other race that their skin color is red. The idea behind this is you want to undertone before you start putting on your first base layers of the skin color you want to help sell the shadows and to augment the colors you choose to make them more interesting, more vibrant. I just, in my humble opinion, just pick up a color wheel, especially if you are not, classically trained artist. It'll help you visualize what colors you want to choose for this. So this demonstration was never meant to be a fully painted miniature. It's just meant to show you how to do the skin tones. So on the turntable is the orc after I had finished all the skin colors on it. I still need to finish this model. Once I do, it'll show up on YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram. Thank you for watching to the end. As always, paint fearlessly. It's just paint and you can fix any mistakes. See you in the next video.